Hi ladies, it's Sharon. I am back with my first nail design since I've moved into my new place. It's still kind of a wreck. I don't know if you can see the mirror back here. I still have some boxes that I haven't quite put up, but I couldn't stand having my nails look horrible anymore. So I quit and I had to get my nails done instead. So that's what today's video is. So I'm using several different products. I initially wanted to stamp something, but then I just decided not to and tried to do something a little bit different in case you don't have, stamping plates or anything like that. So this is the look. I'm naming it after cotton candy because after I did the colors, it reminded me of like the fair and the summer and cotton candy when you're a little girl or whatever because of the bow. So I used several different elements. On all of the fingers except for my accent fingers, I did a sponge technique using 3 Insta-Dry polishes because I didn't want to do a whole bunch of coats. I wanted to just get it done. So I used these 3 Insta-Dry polishes, Presto Pink, Brisk Blue, and Mint Sprint, and I will put those names in the video so you'll see those closer. And then over the sponged tricolor here, I did 3 glitters, and these are all by Pure Ice. And this is Keep Walking, Watch Me Go, and Sheer Luck, and I will also put those names in the video as well. So I kind of matched my polishes to some glitters that I had. So you can do this with any color as long as you have a glitter in the same color. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but a blue glitter and a blue polish and so on. Then of course I used a base coat and a top coat. I used my Orly Bonder base coat this time just because my other base coat is buried somewhere. And so that's all I did on all of my nails except for my accent nails. So you can see my accent nails here. The polish that is on my accent nails, looks like I lost it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. I'm tired. Okay, the polish that's on my accent nails is a polish that I just got. You probably saw it in a haul a few days ago. These are minis that I got. These are my first indie polishes, and I kind of got the inspiration for the other nails from this because I wanted to try this out and use this adorable little mini polish. And as you can see in there, it's a turquoise base, and it's got red and it's got darker blue glitter. So that's why I chose the 3 colors that I chose for the rest of my nails. So as you can see, let me let that focus. I used that as the base color, and then I put on these bows. I got these off Amazon. They're really cute. They come in a whole bunch of different colors, so I just used super glue and I glued those on. So it looks pretty fancy. I actually took my rings off because with the rings and with this, I felt like it was too much going on my hands. So that's the look. It's really fun. It's really bright, colorful, summery, very girly. I feel very dressed up with the bow on my nail. That's kind of new for me. I'm really liking the 3D charms, so I'm trying to get into them a little bit more. So yeah, if you like the look, keep watching. I'll try to keep it simple. It's just sponge technique and then gluing on a charm. So it is actually a fairly easy design, even though I used like 7 different polishes. So I hope you like the design. This is what it looks like, and stay tuned, and I'll also put some still pictures probably on my blog. I'll link that down below if you missed the name of a polish and you want to go look at it. I'll post those on my blog here pretty soon so you can go and get more information or more still pictures of the nail look. So that's okay, so we are going to start off with the cosmetic sponge like everybody uses, and I'm going to take those 3 Insta-Dry polishes. We have Mint Sprint, we have Presto Pink, and we have Brisk Blue. So I'm going to use those three, and I'm going to put the pink at the end. So it's going to kind of be in this order here. So on your sponge, let me get that where you guys can see it. You've seen me and probably everybody else do this before. You just take your polish and you're going to put it in little stripes, kind of in the order that you want it on the sponge, like so. Okay, and then you basically just apply it to the nail in kind of like a back and forth motion. So hopefully you can see this good enough. And it does tend to kind of get everywhere, but that's okay. You just clean it up at the end and everything is fine. Okay, so it goes pretty quick. So there is that. It kind of reminds me of a snow cone, kind of like a fun summery look. So it looks pretty good. I might end up doing a second coat just to make the colors a little bit brighter once it dries. So let me just do one more nail just so you can see the process completely. So I'm doing the Brisk Blue. I'm doing the Mint Sprint and the Presto Pink, like so. I'm going to put the pink at the tip here, and you just do the same thing. And I'm not sure how wonderful my acrylics are going to look this time. I was kind of in a rush when I was doing them this morning because I had to help my mother with Father's Day dinner. So hopefully I filed them enough and they look even. Okay, so that's just what that looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a second coat on each nail. So let me come back to my thumb. And I do want that pink to kind of stand out a little bit more prominently at the tip of the nail. So that's why I'm doing a second coat here, just to make sure that it shows up. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to kind of focus on that pink because I definitely want that pink to be seen. Make sure I get that pink on there. Okay, and it's pretty much that simple. So I'm going to do that on all of my nails except for my accent nails. I'm going to do 2 coats of that sponge coating, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done with that. You can see that I've done all of my nails except for my accent nails. So I'm just going to get a Q-tip and some polish remover, and I'm going to clean up around the edges before I continue. So let me do that really quickly. Okay, so I cleaned up around all of my nails with a Q-tip. I haven't put top coat or anything on them yet. I think I'm not going to stamp over them. Instead, I think I'm going to add some glitter. But I will do that a little bit more towards the end. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little indie polish, the Turkish Delight, and I'm going to paint my 2 accent nails. So let me do that really quickly. I think it might take 1 or 2 coats, so let me... Okay, so I have painted my 2 accent nails. It took at least 2 coats, but they were really, really thick coats. So this is kind of like all of the base color that I'm going to do. Since I am going to be gluing a charm on this, I'm going to go ahead and put the top coat on. I'm going to put 1 layer of top coat and let it dry. And then I'll kind of continue with that. So I'm only going to put top coat on these 2 nails really quickly to let that start drying so that when I'm ready to put the charm on, it will be totally dry and ready to go. So I'm going to do that next, only on my accent nails, the charm. So I'm going to go back to all of the rest of my nails, and I think instead of stamping, I kind of like how this looks, so instead I'm just going to add a couple more elements to make it a little more interesting. So I'm going to use these 3 glitters that I have. As I was working here, I just noticed that I happen to have 3 glitters in the same colors that I just painted on my nails. So I'm going to see what it looks like to just kind of accent the glitter over this. So kind of in the middle here where the mint sprint is, or kind of like the green color, I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of the green glitter. At the tip, I'm going to put a little bit of the pink glitter, and up here at the top, I'm going to put just a little bit of the blue glitter. Not a lot, but just a little bit to kind of accent the look. So let me do that next. I'm going to start with this blue glitter at the top of my nail. These are all 3 pure ice. This one is called Watch Me Go. So I'm going to start off with this blue glitter at the top, and we'll see what that looks like. And I'm not going to do a whole lot. I'm just going to do like a little tiny swipe over where that blue polish is in the actual sponge art or sponge design. So then I'm going to go to the green glitter. This is also pure ice. This is called Sheer Luck. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm just going to take just a little bit, and I'm going to go right next to where I just put the blue glitter, and I'm just going to do kind of a line across of the green glitter. And then at the bottom here, this is called Keep Walking. That's hard to see there. This is another pure ice, and this is going to go at the tip of the nail over the pink. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing, but we're going to do just over the pink part of the design. Okay, so when you look at it, it kind of looks the same as the other nails, but with that thin layer of glitter, you can see that it makes it just a little bit more attention-getting. It draws your eye to the nail more. So I'm going to do that on all of them. So let me just do that one more time, starting with the blue glitter. I'm going to do a sideways line here, very thin line, just kind of over where the blue is. Going to the green glitter, the Sheer Luck. Gonna go kind of over the green area, and then the pink is just gonna go over here at the tip. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So let me go do that on all of the nails, and then by then hopefully my accent nails will be dry enough to put the charm on them. Okay, so we are almost done. All we have to do is just put on my little bows. Like I said, I'm a little bit apprehensive because these are rather large, so I think that they're going to get snagged on something and pop off after like a day, but we'll see. So if you've seen me do this before, I always just use super glue, and what you want to do is you want to find some sort of plastic or glass surface. It doesn't really matter. So actually I just got some new tweezers for nail art, so I just have the package. So any like plastic packaging works. That's what I'm going to use today to put my super glue on. And if you just put a bead of super glue, just, you know, one little dot, it doesn't dry very fast. It will sit there and stay kind of liquid for quite a while as long as you don't spread it out thin. But if you just do like a bubble or a bead, it will stay kind of liquid where you can keep using it after a little while. So let's get started with that. So you can see my 2 little bows here, and here's my super glue. Here is my little plastic surface. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my super glue, and on here I'm just going to put a drop so you can see that on there. You just take your tweezers, you pick up what you're putting on your nail. I'm going to make sure I have a lot of glue on there, and then you're just going to place it where you want it on your nail. And you're going to hold that down, and this is actually large enough.